You're gonna get started as soon as this is on. You're good at 7, almost 100.
Okay, getting ready.
It was.
I'll have to give it to Steve.
Good evening. I'll call the meeting to order. Moved by Councillor Clark, seconded by Councillor Corbett, that this meeting be opened at 7 p.m. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Corbett, second by Councillor Clark, the minutes of the regular meeting of council held April the 11th, 2023, be adopted as circulated. All in favor? Carried. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest? Okay. Any presentations and delegations?
None for this evening.
Okay. Minutes and reports from the municipal committees and boards. Planning advisory.
Nothing to report. Actually, we have a meeting coming up next week.
Okay. Fire department.
We had a meeting today at 4 o'clock, and we're just setting up like our committee in terms of references and our goals. We added another meeting for June 6th as well.
Okay, thank you. Recreation and fitness.
We have a meeting this coming Monday.
Library.
We have a meeting this coming Monday.
Okay. General government, no. Police services, we have a meeting tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Emergency management.
Nothing to report.
Public works,
Meeting next week.
next week.
However, we'd had a great time at the OGRA conference.
You want to talk about it?
Okay.
Sure.
We had great sessions, I found this year. I attended one with Hassan Rohini, he used to work here, talking about climate change and how the township of Brantford has put climate change into all the reports that go to council. So any decision that council makes, it actually shows the GHG loss or anything that's burnt and the footprint that's left by the decisions of council. And they have a tool that they developed to be able to configure all the GHGs that impact any project that the council decides on. I attended a presentation on budgeting and tendering for fuel costs and how you can look at some information from the MTO. So for instance, if you're ditching, they can tell you how far you can ditch and how much fuel is used. So you can add those costs into your tendering as well as asphalt costing. So that way there's not such a big flux in your tender amounts. So because the companies right now are kind of guessing what that fuel cost might be because of the supply and demand issues. So that was pretty interesting. I never would have thought of that, honestly. We had some good mornings with road safety and design and keeping in mind your the demographic of your township. So if you have farmers that are taking large combines down the road, etc. We listened to the premier speak about mostly about the building plans that he has and all the housing that he would like to see be addressed. I went to the AOR's general meeting. 20 public works supervisors retired in the province at that meeting. So that shows the importance of retention and getting the workers that we need into our own municipalities. And that's my summary for what I attended. And I found that it was hard to decide honestly which technical session to go to because it was a great agenda.
You didn't find anyone giving any money away?
No.
There's lots of talk about, I find like perhaps the general population gets confused when the premier says we've invested 15 billion into our infrastructure. But when you drive down a provincial highway that's owned by the province, you'll see where the money has been spent. It's not within your municipalities. It is on provincial infrastructure, not municipal infrastructure. And there was no announcement for any grants coming forward for any road work.
Good, thanks. Thank you, Ed.
You're welcome.
Next, we're moving to the reports from non-municipal committees and boards. And the first one up is Phenom. Who else going to the Phenom conference? I'm going. You're going?
Yes.
Anybody else?
I was supposed to be going, but unfortunately I have work commitments, and Nikki's gonna go in my place for the first couple of days.
Okay, because that's council. That's council night. So I don't know.
I'll be here.
You'll be here?
I'll be here.
You'll be here?
I'll be here online.
Okay,
So that's cool.
all right. So we don't have to worry about it then.
No.
Conservation Authority?
We have a meeting tomorrow.
Okay. Council Home, nothing on Council Home. Bondfield Nonprofit Seniors Housing.
We have meeting tomorrow.
Oh,
We are hoping to finalize the application. We're getting very close now. So
very good. Any notice of motions?
None for this meeting.
Introduction, consideration of bylaw. Moved by Councillor Clark, second by Councillor Corbett. Whereas council deems it necessary and expedient to pass 3 readings of the following bylaw at this session, be it hereby resolved that a bylaw to appoint Nicole Kunkel as CAO for the Township of Bonnfield be read a first, second, and third time, passed and numbered 2023-17, and that the said bylaw be signed by the mayor and clerk, sealed with the seal of the corporation, and be engrossed in the bylaw book. All in favor? Carrie?
I have a comment. I have a comment. I just have a comment to say welcome, Nikki, and that I feel that, this was our first major thing that we did was hire a CAO, and we hired the right CAO, and we're excited that we're headed in the right direction. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to my time here in Bonneville, working with council and staff.
Awesome.
Next, we have disbursement. Moved by Councillor Corbett, seconded by Councillor Clark, that council approves the general accounts for the Township of Bonnfield as indicated in the disbursement report dated April 25th, 2023, in the amount of $119,957.83. All in favor? Carried. Next, we have a request for letter of support for Cogeco CRTC proposal. It's to do with the broadband. Moved by Counselor Steve Featherstone, seconded by Counselor McGinnis, that council supports Cogeco's CRTC proposal to bring fiber services to key anchor institutions, and that staff prepare a letter of support. All in favor?
I have a question.
Carried. Oh, any
Yeah, so I was just wanted to talk a little bit about broadband for our community. That there is a lot of things going on right now. So Cogeco is one of the things that one of the letters that's coming up. There's also a conference on broadband in North Bay that I think hopefully our CAO can attend, which I think will give us more information. And I know that Val, there is a map. So Bonfield is definitely part of the project, even though we're not named sometimes in the news articles, we may not be named, but we are definitely part of the project. We've been working with the president of Phenom, who's keeping us abreast of what's going on here. And I'm just, I think that there's going to be more information coming, so people can keep their ears open. We're going to be, as we get more information, we will definitely be sending it out.
Thank you, Donna. The next one, we have the Jam House North Special Event Designation. Moved by Steve, moved by Councillor Featherstone, seconded by Councillor McGinnis. The council declares Big Country Rock Dance Party being held on May 6, 2023 as a one-time municipally significant event, and that the organizers must provide a certificate of insurance proving adequate liability insurance with the township listed as an additional insured on the policy for the event, and that the organizers enter into an agreement with the township indicating that the event will have security and appropriately trained staff, and that a letter of support will only be issued once all conditions have been satisfied. Any question? All in,
Jason, I think we all do.
all in favor?
No, I think we have questions.
Oh,
So if, I just need clarification. So if we're offering this as a municipally significant event, would he have to follow our municipal alcohol policy?
The components of the resolution that speak to the properly trained staff and the security is within the municipal alcohol policy. We do not have jurisdiction over the hall itself, but we can apply components of the municipal alcohol policy as it's a municipally designated event.
Perfect. So he wouldn't have to follow every detail of that policy.
No, because we don't have jurisdiction in the venue that he's in.
Great.
I thought the municipal alcohol policy was developed by the municipality.
Yeah, so it's for when there's an event on municipal property.
It does say in the policy for events on our property and for events that we determine to be municipally significant. That's where I was getting crossed up.
If he's running this, why is it even coming to us at all?
Because he needs a liquor license.
Why are we involved?
Because he can't get a liquor license without the township.
I have an issue with, like, we shouldn't be involved in this.
I think that's I think the same with one of the other Lions clubs, the Lions Club, that was their poker run, right?
Yeah.
Is a significant event, and we supported that.
Yes.
But the Lions Club has their own liquor license.
Yeah, we applied for our own liquor license, that's correct.
Yes, what they're asking, what the Lions Club is asking for acknowledgement that the township knows that they have applied for a liquor license and they are having that event. We do not, it's not a municipal significant event. They just need not our approval, but to say, yes, we are aware that you are having this dance or this event.
Okay.
And they also need the confirmation from the fire department. And that's part of the requirements for the liquor license. This one is different as we are designating it like we did the New Year's Eve dance so that he can obtain a liquor license.
Oh, good.
I'll just, if I can, Your Worship. I struggle with this because I want to be supportive of events happening in our community. I think that's wonderful. I think if he's taken the initiative to do it, my concern lies with the liability that comes in as soon as it becomes a municipal, as soon as we put the stamp behind it as municipally significant. I feel we are, no matter what happens, going to be named in anything that comes forward if there's stuff that, so it's one thing, I'll use the New Year's Eve dance as Andre was involved, the municipality was really, I mean, it was a couple of councils that started it, but really it was a municipally significant event by the township. This is a private person who's running an event, which I think again is fantastic. And I struggle to figure out how can we support him without putting the liability into the municipal hands, right?
CAO Kunkel may be able to answer some of those
Perfect.
questions that you have. She did some research.
Awesome, thank you.
So I did speak to the AGCO, and the AGCO provided recommendations for what we should consider when appointing or designating something as a municipally significant event. And then I did speak to our insurance broker regarding the matter, and he sent back information to both Deputy Clerk and I, listing that they should have their own insurance, which they have provided with us, that they have insurance. They've named the municipality as an additional insured. So it won't actually, if there is any liability or any case that comes forward from this, it would go to that insurance and not to the municipal insurance through public entities. It just stays with that insurance, and that's his insurance.
And that's perfect. And then as long as, if Council Featherstone is correct in the fact that it says that any municipally significant event needs to follow the municipal policy on alcohol, then obviously we're gonna have to make sure that that happens, or else we're now in contradiction and would be held liable for it, right?
And that can be part of that agreement then.
Yeah.
Who's monitoring that?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we have to trust the citizens that are gonna say that if they're gonna sign their name, that they're gonna do it. I mean, obviously,
Okay, I'm asking, why are we involved with the liquor license? Why isn't he getting his own liquor license?
I don't have an answer to that.
I kind of do. So his business is an unregistered business as it stands currently. So if you're a private citizen, not a company, you can only get liquor licenses for like private events, for like stag and does or weddings, that kind of thing. Anytime you start advertising in public for big events and selling tickets and bringing people in, you have to either be a company, nonprofit organization, something to that effect. You have to have a company number, like a registered company number.
So I think that maybe going forward, we need a policy. So that's something that's going to guide us with this, that's going to put criteria and parameters. So because we really, we're safeguarding ourselves with things like ensuring that they have security and smart servers and making sure that their insurance comes up. And there is going to be an agreement, right? There's going to be a signed agreement. And the fact that we really have nothing in writing to guide us and right. So we need something so that the answer is going to be the same every time this comes up, not on a case by case basis.
Right. And in waiting for that policy to come, I think it should be made clear that if council votes in favor of this, it's a one-time deal with the expectation that whatever issues he has in not obtaining the license would be taken care of before he needs to run, or before he runs another event, right? So this is the municipality helping, which I'm okay with, only for the fact that if we're covered legally and from insurance, I'm okay with that. I just want to make sure that it's not a constant, everyone's just going to run to the municipality thinking that until we have a policy in place, and maybe we'll be okay with that once we pass a policy, but until then, I also, let's not lose sight of the fact that it's pretty great that anybody wants to do events here in Bonfield,
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
you know, we should do what we can to support it, as long as it's not putting us in jeopardy, so.
So you want to amend this?
Well,
Could
let's see
say
here.
like a
It
one-time
does
thing.
say, it does state a one-time, yeah.
Yeah, and should we insurance policy providing adequate liability potential additional insurance policy of it? Potential indicating security. Should we add in here, and that will follow the township of Bonfield's, what is it, alcohol?
Municipal alcohol policy. We developed that quite a few years ago to protect
Mhm.
the municipality.
You were just laughing at that.
Do you want me to read it all again?
Or just,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. And that'll, you want this
And-
to go in here?
yeah, and well, yeah,
Will have security and appropriately trained staff and will follow the Township of Bonfield's municipal alcohol policy. And that a letter of support will only be issued once all the conditions have been satisfied. All in favor? Okay. Oh, sorry.
oh, you clicked the pen, we're gonna hear about it.
I'll get blamed again.
Sorry. Okay, where are we here now? Moved by Councillor Featherstone, second by Councillor McGuinness. That council supports the resolution of the municipality of Chatham Kent advocating the province of Ontario in reducing municipal insurance costs, and further that this resolution be forwarded to AMO, Minister of Finance, Peter Bethlin, I'm not sure of his name, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, Steve Clark, Attorney General, Doug Downey, MPP for Bruce Gray Old Sound, Rick Byers, Premier Doug Ford, and MPP Merritt Stiles, Leader of the Ontario New Democratic Party and Leader of the Opposition. All in favor?
So just a comment to be clear that we are supporting the reduction of insurance costs to municipalities. That's what they were putting forward.
Yes.
Okay,
And just of note, like we missed adding our own MPP into here,
yeah.
so I just out of courtesy.
Okay,
And we have, there's City of Onsum in the town of Wyoming, Plym. Does anybody know what that is?
Plimpton, Wyoming.
Pardon?
Plimpton,
Plym.
Plimpton.
Plimpton. Plimpton, Wyoming. And next we'll have a resolution. It's
You're at
do with
10.2.
the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, call to action on housing and homelessness. Moved by Councillor Featherstone, second by Councillor McGuinness. The council supports the resolution of the County of Northumberland call to action on housing and homelessness, and further that this resolution be forwarded to the Honorable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario, the Honorable Steve Clark, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, the Honorable Michael Parsa, Ministry of Children, Community and Social Services, the Honorable David Piccini, Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks, and MPP for Northumberland, Peterborough South, the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, AMO, and to all Ontario municipalities.
And to the Nipissing MPP.
Mhm.
Can I just Do we mind if I just add Nipissing MPP? Uh,
And Nipissing MPP Fidelli. All in favor? Carried. The next one is the City of Stratford, and its use of long-term care funding to support community care services. Moved by Councillor Featherstone, seconded by Councillor McGuinness. The council supports the resolution of the City of Stratford on the use of long-term care funding to support community care services, and further that this resolution be forwarded to the Honorable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario, Vic Fidelli MPP, District of Nipissing, Association of Municipalities of Ontario, and all Ontario municipalities. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Featherstone, second by Councillor McGuinness. The council supports the resolution of the town of Essex on the reinstatement of legislation permitting a municipality to retain surplus proceeds from tax sales. And further that this resolution be forwarded to the Ministry of Municipal Affairs, the Ministry of Finance, Vic Fidelli MPP, District of Nipissing, Association of the Municipalities of Ontario, and all other municipalities in Ontario. Any comments? Can I ask the question, when there's a surplus in tax sales, are those funds not paid into court, or are they paid to the Crown?
Okay, so a few years ago, the province changed the rules. So all of the work of a tax sale is done by a municipality. And when the tax sale happens, it's done by a bid process. So if there's a minimum tax amount that has to be earned in order to have the bid, and then anything from that number to the bid, the total bid number goes into a public trust account.
Oh,
It used to just stay with the municipality. The province changed that a few years ago so that they would go into this trust account. And now after a year, the proponent of the house can apply to have that funds, and they can be awarded it if they apply in time, or the province keeps the money.
can-
That
So
doesn't
this-
seem fair.
This request is to have that reverted back to that the municipality can have those surpluses funds.
well, yes, if it's going anywhere, it should come
Yeah.
back. It should come back to us. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Clark, second by Councillor Corbett, that council supports the Phenoms bail reform resolution, and further that a copy of this resolution be sent to the Prime Minister, Federal Justice Minister, Premier of Ontario, the Attorney General, the Solicitor General, Minister of Infrastructure, Minister of Municipal Affairs, Northeastern MPs and MPP, leaders of the opposition, and the Association of Municipalities of Ontario. Any comments? All in favor? Moved by Councillor Corbett, second by Councillor Clark, that council supports the resolution from the Township of South Glengarry asking the province to lift the moratorium on pupil accommodation reviews and school closures prior to the end of 2022-2023 school year, And further, that a copy of this resolution be sent to the Premier, the Minister of Education, MPP Nolan Quinn, AMO, Roma, EOWC, and all Ontario municipalities. All in favor?
Just like that, MPP Fidelity again.
Oh, you better add Mr. Fidelli. And MPP Vic Fidelli, all in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Clark, second by Councillor Corbett, that councillor supports the resolution from the Township of Chisholm regarding options for the consultation from the communities that feed into École Élémentaire Catholic Saint Thomas d'Aquin due to increased enrollment, and further that a copy of this resolution be sent to neighboring municipalities who have students that could feed into École Élémentaire Catholic Saint Thomas d'Aquin and the Council Scolaire Catholic Franco Nord. All in favor? Carried. Unfinished, the in-camera session, we will be moving into in-camera after.
After, we will reverse the order of the agenda from 11 and 12.
Public Works purchase of recycling bins. We do have information on it. Do you want to comment on it, Dan?
At the last council meeting, it was deferred back to staff to bring forward a report on the cost analysis of purchasing blue box bins for the residents and selling them back to them at cost. I reached out to Miller Waste Systems and to the Community Improvement Fund, which is a non-for-profit that helps municipalities deal with their recycling needs. And through all of that, we were able to get bins at a very discounted rate. And actually the company that has the lowest bid makes the bins that you would buy at Home Depot. So a bin at Home Depot, a 60 gallon or 22 gallon bin at Home Depot is $22.98. And it depends on how many we want to wish to purchase. We can get those bins and sell them to the resident at cost for $12.52 up to $13.84, depending on how many we purchase. We have 1,260 residents or homes.
Yeah. So just an observation from being at the landfill on Saturday, there was probably 50% of people who are very organized. They've got their bins, they pull it out, they know what they're doing, right? And then there are other ones like me who need, I'll buy 3 bins, right?
Right.
So I'm not, how do we determine how many we need?
Because we don't have a very good database to
Yeah.
judge from. The most cost effective would be to be buying 450 22 gallon bins, which would serve approximately a quarter of the community, a third of the community.
Yeah. Do you think, I just don't want to get stuck with 100 bins. That's the only problem.
Right, so we also, of course, once we figure out how many bins our residents can take on with costs, we do have a local school that's going to need bins. The Public Works Department needs bins. The municipal office needs bins. Fire department needs bins.
Okay.
So I don't think that if we had some left after a few months, I don't think they would go to waste at all.
Okay.
And this would be the cheapest way we could purchase these bins for our residents as well as for the municipality and its services.
So we probably wouldn't add stickers on them.
The current pricing that we have, just because the clerk is working on another little project that has a little 4-inch sticker, so it's like a bumper sticker. We did reach out and it would be $4 and change to add a sticker. Perhaps we could offer the bumper sticker and the bins at the same time, and if they wish to put a $4 sticker on their bin, they can do so.
I'll just say, I think I was the one that asked for that pricing. I appreciate you getting that pricing for $4.50. Yeah, no, I would like to not forward with the pricing.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I appreciate you getting that information for us.
Yeah, I'm to up the price by almost $5, I
Yeah.
think just does not make sense. So I would not want one on my bill. Thank you.
I want one on my bin, but I don't want to pay $4.50.
For who to see? Who's gonna see that? Your family?
Yeah.
Okay.
My guess.
And your guest.
Community pride in that recycling.
I just thought it would promote our.
We can sell those
municipality.
separately.
Yeah.
We'll put in an order for them and then sell them separately.
Okay, I guess I'll put one on.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, put Jason down for 10. Be all over his
One
own.
per side, $30 bin.
Okay. If we would have got the bumper stickers, I was buying 10.
We are still getting the bumper
Yeah,
stickers,
And I was
just
gonna
not,
put one on every.
Oh,
Don't do that.
no, no.
we're just not putting them on the recycling bins, but they will become available within the next couple of weeks
For the bumpers.
for the bumper
Or the
stickers,
windows.
yes.
If I have to have a bumper sticker, it's going on my recycling bin. Will be on my recycling bin. Is there oh, sorry, there's a resolution.
Moved by Counselor Corbett, second by Counselor Featherstone. Whereas the Public Works Committee recommended to council to purchase recycling bins for the residents of Bonfield to purchase at the landfill site for cost. And whereas the council deferred the recommendation and directed the Public Works Manager to analyze the cost of each bin through the use of municipal buying power to achieve the cheapest rate available to the resident. And whereas the Public Works Manager investigated the ability to purchase through Nova Products, who can provide municipal pricing through the Continuous Improvement Fund. Now therefore it is recommended that council purchase 450 times 22-gallon bins from Nova Products and to sell them to our residents at the landfill and municipal office for cost. All in favor? Carried.
Excuse me, your worship. And just to add, like, so now that the resident know, and we all know how many we're purchasing, each bin will be $12.52. Penny rounding pending. So so that's a great deal, really.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you better make it $13.
Yeah, we might want to actually, make Andre's life not miserable.
Yeah.
$12.50 will be 2 cents.
Okay.
There's no
Sounds good.
pennies
Or,
anymore.
Yeah.
or $12.50, we'll eat 2 cents per bin.
Okay, at
That's
this
it.
time, we will stop the recording and end the live feed so that council can proceed into in-camera session.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.